Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Marky Picks. And today I got another free prize pick slip for you covering today's MLB Division Series Game 1 player prop picks today. Real quick, I got a special surprise for y'all, so stick around for the end of the video. I'm giving away 10 additional free picks. That's right, I'm not giving away just 6, I'm giving away 10 extra picks. All thanks to you guys for showing me so much support on these on the last video, getting me to 20 likes. If you guys want to continue to see these more, extra free picks, get this video to 20 likes, and NFL Sunday, I'll have 10 more extra picks along with the six pick main slip. So this is just me giving back to y'all for showing so much support on these videos. So if you continue to want to see more free picks, hit that like button and I'll keep dropping more free picks. So gonna make this short and sweet. We're gonna jump right into today's slip, the main slip. So the first pick we're rocking with is Freddy Peralta under 32.5 pitcher fantasy score. My projection is at 26.87. Brewers and Cubs game 1. It's the first game of the MLB slate today. Little insight: the Cubs just came off that emotional 3-game series win against the Padres, and they're taking on Freddy Peralta in this matchup. The Brewers usually haven't had great success in the playoffs. They're usually always, coming up just a bit short. And Freddy Peralta, he is their ace of the staff. I get that. But the Cubs, usually these wild card teams they come into this division series with like a chip on their shoulder. And seeing as this is another one of their division rivalries as well, I expect this series to be pretty exciting. I think the Cubs, they're going to be the wild card team this year that I think ends up going on a big run. So I think the Cubs win this series. I think it goes 4 or 5 games, but I think the Cubs do end up winning this series. I just don't know what it is about the Brewers. I know they've had this great season. They have the best record in baseball. I get that, but I still don't know if they have the team to get it done. But who knows? You never know what happens in the playoffs. So, but I'm gonna take the Cubs right now. I like their way they've been their offense is playing right now, especially against the Padres. They put together a lot of great at bats. They don't really strike out that much, and they didn't strike out that much against the Padres either, except for that first game. I think Nick Pivetta got pretty good strikeouts, but they've seen Peralta before a bunch of times, so it's not like the first time seeing him. He is an ace pitcher, so even though they've seen him a lot, it doesn't really affect anything too much because he's got great stuff. But I'm backing the Cubs offense in this one. I think they're gonna score a couple runs here. I think Peralta has a great outing, but I don't know if he goes too deep in this one. This line I think is a little bit too high. That's why I got him projected around 26 points. So I feel pretty comfortable at the under, but we won't know how this game flows until we see the first couple innings. We'll know exactly how we're looking and how the Cubs are looking on offense in the first couple innings. So that's the first pick of this slip. Second pick, we're going Kevin Gausman, number 29.5 pitcher fantasy score. My projection is at 30.66. So it's tight. This line's going to be tight. But I'm taking this line because I really do like the Blue Jays this year. I think they're a really good team. This series is going to be, I think this series is going to go 5 games. This is going to be one of the best series of the division series. Yeah, but I think Gausman goes over. He's been really just cooking recently, especially down the stretch. He's really taken over that number 1 starter role on this team. They got some good starters on this team anyway, but he's really cemented himself as being their ace pitcher, and he's going game 1 for a reason. He's pitching at home. He loves pitching at home as well, and I just think I think it's going to be a tougher matchup because again, the Yankees are left-handed heavy, but Gausman has that splitter that he can play. He can play that with lefties, so I'm not worried about Gausman's stuff playing versus lefties at all. I think he still gets around 6 or 7 strikeouts in this one. I think he goes at least 6 innings with at least 3 earned runs or fewer. I think it's quality start potential. If he doesn't do that, he's not going to be able to hit this line. So yeah, I think it's going to be a tight pick, but I think he does get over this line. Third pick, going Christopher Sanchez over 32.5 pitcher fantasy score, and my projection is at 38.08. You might think I'm a Phillies bias for these picks because I am a Phillies fan. So, if you don't don't want to ride the bias here, but Christopher Sanchez, he's just dominated at home. And he's one of the best pitchers in baseball. He's in the Cy Young discussion. I don't know if he'll win it because Paul Skeens is there, but Sanchez has really stepped up big time when Zach Wheeler went down due to his injury. So Sanchez going game 1 here. It's gonna be I think it's gonna be a great game here. But pitching behind the Phillies crowd. It's a night game as well, 6 o'clock. So it's gonna turn into night. This place is just a different atmosphere. I mean, it's different than most places. So Sanchez, he's lived this experience for a couple years now, and he's just dominant. I mean, I know the Dodgers coming in here really hot. I get that, but Sanchez, his stuff's gonna play. I think Sanchez rises to the occasion. I think it comes up big. I think his line's just a little bit too short, really. I mean, if this line was any higher, like 35, I'll probably be a little iffy on. But seeing him get this at 32, Sanchez is gonna go deep in this game. I think. I mean, unless he somehow gives up a ton of runs, which is not likely. He never does that. He never gives up a ton of runs. So I think the most runs he's given up that I can realistically see him giving up is about 3 or 4, and that would likely be him hitting the under on this line. But it'd still be close. I mean, 32, he can get that even if he doesn't have one of his stronger games. So I think it's a strong overplay. I think one of my best plays on this slip. Even though I'm a Phillies fan, I really like this pick. Jumping into pick number 4, we got George Kirby under 37.5 pitcher fantasy score. My projection is at 26.64. This Tigers team is starting to get hot. I mean, the way they closed out that Guardians series, they finally had that offensive inning where they scored runs. They've been looking for that, really like the last month. They've been looking for, some offense to come through, but they finally got it done. The matchup here, going against George Kirby. George Kirby has not really, I think his line's too high. It's way too high. Like, I got him projected down here for a reason. I'm not seeing what these books are seeing, and I know I have a big gap in these projections, but I mean, Kirby, I don't know. I mean, he's got good stuff. He's a good pitcher. I'm not saying he's not a good pitcher, but the Tigers, they can be a scrappy team. I mean, I've seen they did against that Guardians series. They put up some pretty scrappy at bats. I think they do the same thing here. They're coming in here with some momentum. Maybe the Tigers are the team that ends up running the table. So that's where we're going here with this pick. I think the Tigers make George Kirby work a little bit more in this game. I think they get base runners on. I don't know if he gets a lot of strikeouts either. I think he limits the strikeouts. I think he only gets around 5 strikeouts in this game. So I don't think the strikeout potential is there. That's really the only reason I think his line is set so high. I think the books are expecting him to go deeper in his game. I think they expect him to go like 6 or 7 innings, which I think he goes 6. I don't know if he goes 7, because I think the Tigers work the count a little bit more in this one. But I also think they score a couple runs too. So give me the under that one there. And jumping into pick number 5, we got Troy Melton under 3 Ks. My projection is at 2.32. So we're doing a double pitcher lineup for this game. Troy Melton's starting this one for the Tigers. I don't know how to predict this one because I don't know, because I feel like Troy Melton's not going to go that long in this game. I think he goes like 3 innings, I'm guessing. I'm going to give him 3 innings. So, I mean, this is a risky play. So, I mean, if you don't feel too comfortable about this one, go ahead and swap it out with one of my other picks I'm going to show you here in a second from the additional picks. But I just don't see him getting enough volume to get this line. I mean, the Mariners, they do strike out. So, I mean, I think that's why this line is at 3, because the Mariners are a strikeout-prone team. Although I'm factoring in the playoff situation. They're at home. Troy Melton, I think this is like his first playoff game. I'm not too sure on that. But anyway, I don't think he's going to go that deep. I think he goes a couple innings. But if he goes deeper, then we're going to start. He's probably going to go over his line. But I don't really expect him to go deep at all. So that's why I'm taking the under here, just because of the volume. Don't know if he's going to get enough opportunities. I think he goes through one time through the order. That's what I'm guessing they're going to do, is let him go one time through the order and then get him out of there. But yeah, that's the 5th pick of the slip. Jumping into pick number 6, we got Bryce Harper over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, and my projection is at 2.02. So if you've been following this slip, now you probably know that I'm a Phillies bias fan here. But Bryce Harper's one of those guys that comes up in the playoffs. Okay, he's not like most players. You know, he might have a rough regular season. You know, might not put up the stats, but when the playoffs come around, he flips a switch. So I think he goes deep tonight. So I mean, I know Ohtani's pitching, but I think once the Phillies get into that Dodgers bullpen, that's where the Dodgers' weaknesses is. So I think the Phillies, they do work the count a little bit and get Ohtani out of the game quicker than they did. I know they just faced Ohtani like a couple weeks ago, and they got shut down by him. But once they got into that bullpen, they went off. So that's what I'm projecting to happen again. And I think they make Ohtani work a little bit more than he did. I think the Phillies win this game pretty comfortably. I don't think it's going to be close. I don't care if Ohtani's pitching. Ohtani hasn't seen this environment before. So we're going to see how Ohtani reacts to this. He could very well go out there and dominate. You know, he's best player in baseball for a reason. So, but I think Harper, playoff time, he knows what time it is. So I think he goes deep, or at least does something here. I think he's getting at least 2 hits, runs RBIs. I mean, I think it's just pretty simple play here. But on to the free picks here, guys. So here are the free picks I'm giving away. This is me saying thank you for y'all for showing so much support in my last videos. Yeah, so if you don't feel comfortable with the 6 picks I mentioned in the main slip, feel free to take a couple of these and replace them with it, or make your own slip. Build your own slip with a couple of these, and maybe mix and match with some college football. You can do whatever you want with these picks. These picks are all backed by my projections, so you're still getting great edges here on every single one of these. And this is just my way of saying thank you, guys. So if you want to keep seeing more free picks like these in future videos, keep smashing that like button. And for tomorrow's video, if you want to see these same extra 10 picks for NFL, get this video to 20 likes, and I'll be dropping more additional picks on that video tomorrow. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, once again, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of my free daily picks. I like these MLB picks here for Game 1. We should have an exciting day of sports across MLB and college football. I'll be dropping a college football video. It should be out within the next couple hours of this one being uploaded, so stay tuned for that for more free picks. Don't want to miss out on these free greens I'm giving you guys. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, once again, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all the support. This channel is really starting to grow fast, and it's all thanks to you guys. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video, guys. I will see you in the next one.